Alrighty, so I want to take you guys on a bit of an adventure that I went on just a few months back. I've told you a few times now that so recently we just went over to Malaysia, to Kuala Lumpur, and it was a very, very, very insightful journey. There was many ups and downs, many good times, a few bad times. But there was much time passed between then and now, to and from, back and forth. And I remember the moment that I got the idea of how cool it would be to actually take these skills international. How amazing would it be if you could take these skills out into the world and truly spread the word of greatness. If you could truly share your message of what you believe in from this point onwards. How amazing would it be if people from all over the planet will want your services? And I used to think about it. And then one day I got a message. It's my sister. She said, "Hey, we're having a wellness week at school. And I really think that you can do many things to change." I said, "Of course. I know many things. What is it that you'd like change in?" So we talked, we caught up, we had a so-called meeting about what it is that the school wanted. And then I went home and I told April. She said, "How long are you going to be going for? That's so exciting, how amazing." So they're going to be going for 9 days. 9 days, they're going to pay for my flight, they're going to pay for our accommodation, everything is sorted, and it's a really good deal. It's very beneficial for us to do this at that point in time. And she said, "Hey, you know that you've got my support 100%. You just tell me what you need and we'll make it happen." So as things started to go along, I started to plan for this trip. There's only over 150 people in 9 days. And I was thinking to myself, holy shit, that's a lot of people. So I rang back my sister and I said, "Hey, I'd really love to bring someone with me because I can only be in one place at one time." She said, "Yeah, sure, let me see how the budget goes and what I can get out of the budget scheme to get another coach to come with you." So we got the all clear and I asked Dominic. I said, "Hey Dom, how do you think about going on an adventure far away where you can learn many things and help people change their lives forever?" I said, "And even better, it's all paid for and you get paid as well." You could probably imagine the look on Dom's face. She was pretty happy. She was pretty happy to tag along on one hell of an adventure to learn many things. We were literally together 24/7. We talked about many different things over dinner, over lunch, over breakfast. All things about life, all things about business, all things about family, relationships. Literally all the things. We had a great time. We flew out of the Gold Coast, jumped on this massive plane, And it was so big and so spacious inside that we each had our own row of seats. I sat back, put my headphones in, and I listened to one of my own audios. And as I took a deep breath now, the audio began. I told myself to relax deeply and focus on the sound of my voice. I told myself to focus inwardly and go down to that beautiful place where all things are easy and all things are possible. That's right, just like that. Before you knew it, the pilot came on to the intercom system. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start our departure down to Kuala Lumpur. Thank you very much for flying AirAsia, and I hope to see you very, very soon. When we started to make our descent all the way down, I started to feel very confident. It was almost like my unconscious mind knew exactly what to do. All the tools, all the skills, all the strategies that I've ever experienced came together and unleashed with inside you now. And I couldn't see it, I couldn't hear it, I could only feel it happening now. That's right. Just like that. It was a little bit weird because obviously I was still myself. But everything just started to happen. And I can remember on the very first day, we had to get introduced to the whole staff faculty. And there was over 100 people that knew each other. And then there was Dominique and myself. And as we were introduced, I looked over at Dom and I could feel that she was getting nervous. And they said, "This is Luke and Dom, and they're here for the Wellness Week." And I had to stand up inside yourself now and introduce myself and Dom. And just before they were about to introduce me, my heart started to race. I started to get a little bit nervous. But then there was like this wave of confidence, ability, and courage that flowed from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. I stood up, I grabbed the microphone, I said, "Good morning, it is It's great to see you all here. My name is Luke from Self Mastery, and this is my head coach, Dominic Gray. I said we are very, very excited to be here as we have flown thousands of kilometers to be here. Because I know that you all have things that you would like to change. And in the next 9 days, we are going to do our very best to make each and everything happen that you would like. I said also on Saturday, we have our breakthrough session. So if you would truly like a transformation like no other, then that is the place to be. I said thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. And as I sat down, the look on people's faces was like they were looking at someone that had raw power, potential. And I noticed that they were looking at me. And noticed that I had something within inside myself that they all wanted. We walked out of the room and Dominic looked at me and said, "Wow, I don't know what you just did just then because you didn't say much, but the message definitely got across." We stayed there for many days, turning up early mornings, leaving late nights, seeing people one-on-one, doing group coachings, and literally giving our best. Everything that we had to offer. On the Saturday, we had the day off. So we ventured in to the markets. These markets were the Chinese markets. And they've been there for many, many years. It took us 2 hours to drive in there and another 30 minutes to walk there. But when we arrived, there was thousands of people walking around, trading, buying, selling, bartering, some getting food, some with their children, people everywhere. But for some reason, for myself, everyone seemed to just get out of the way. It was almost like I was wrapped in this protective bubble where only goodness could get in. We walked through the market seeing many different things. Dominic bought some jewelry. My sister bought a bag. And then out of the corner of my eye, I noticed far, far off into the distance, the symbol of the yin and the yang. Now naturally, that would catch my attention. But I didn't think much of it. So we kept on walking, taking our time, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to the end of the market. As we approached, everything became very silent. You could have heard a plane flying above. You could literally hear the birds in the background. And it was almost like I entered a different world. By this stage, I was probably about 20 meters away from the yin and the yang symbol. And as I got closer, it drew me more and more powerful than ever before. And then I heard this. The flutes of a wise old man. And his name was Master Ching. He was a 90-year-old Chinese guru. By this stage, there were still thousands of people walking around, and all I could hear was his flute. It's almost like he was calling me to him. By this stage, I was about 5 meters away, and I had this overwhelming sense of peace and tranquility flood my body. In front of me was a dark curtain. And I heard the voice say, "Come on in. I've been waiting for you." So I drew back the curtain, and here is Master Ching sitting down in this little tiny hut. And the weirdest thing is when I walked in, it looked so tiny, but yet it felt so big. Like there was so much space. He said, "Come over here and sit down, O wise one." I said, "How did you know that I was wise?" He said, "I can tell by the look at your face." He said, "Show me your hands." And as he reached out to grab my hand, as soon as he touched them, I felt this energy, almost like I was downloading all of the wisdom of the universe. He looked at my palm and he said, "You are here for a very rich life. You are abundant. Your relationships are strong. And most importantly, love will always be within you." I said, "Master Chin, how do you know?" He said, "I read people." Master Chin said, "What else would you like to know?" I said to him that I have been driven to change the world. He laughed. He said, "I remember many years ago when I had your drive and your energy, I thought the same." And he said, "It is a very noble